Hello everyone, and welcome to the Super Dash channel. Today we're going over a deck profile of this deck I call AGGROKU. It's pretty much a aggro mid-range deck with running Son Goku leader. We're basically running all red cards. It's a nice deck I've been playing with for the past 2 weeks. I've been switching things around, and I really like where it's at right now. It does very well against what a lot of people are playing with the Mecha errata. Son Goku apes, veggies, a lot of cards that want battle cards out. This deck basically just tries to handle both being aggro and taking care of what's on their side of the field. So basically we have cards that will take care of the battle cards and deal damage to their life. It's kind of a strategy that not a lot of people are prepared for. So it catches a lot of people off guard game one, and like I said, it's worked pretty well. It's a nice mid-range deck. It comes out swinging, and every turn you're laying something down to force your opponent to deal with, sometimes multiple threats at once. So without further ado, let's get into it. We'll run the Son Goku leader. His permanent, you can only place up to 6 energy. His activate main, place 1 card from your hand in the drop area. If you have no energy, choose 2 cards in your life and add them to your energy. He awakens, with when your life is at 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this over to the backside. Permanent, same as the front. His auto, at the end of your turn, choose up to 3 of your energy and switch them to active mode. He has another auto when this card attacks, draw a card. So basically, a lot of people are able to do now is tap out with a big threat and then be able to turn 3 energy over and be able to defend themselves. That's been the problem with a lot of aggro decks in the past. And running this leader with this deck just completely fixes that and allows you to be very offensive and sit back and be pretty defensive. So it's pretty awesome. We're starting out with 4 Saiyan Kaaba. A lot of people running Son Goku, they want to try to not let you awaken. So we're running 4 Kaabas, just self-awaken. It's also a nice early game threat. Pick one up from your life and it gains 10,000 and double strike. So we are also running 3 Rushing Warrior Pan. I just wanted another 1-draw potential. It's a really good draw card to have in this deck. It doesn't hit the leader card, but the boost does hit the red cards, which most of the time you'll have 1 or multiple threats out on the board to be able to pump up. She has an auto when you play this card. Choose up to 1 of your red leader cards or battle cards. That card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Another auto, when you combo with this card from the battle area, draw 1 card. So we're just basically throwing threats down and drawing cards in this deck. We are running 4 Quick Rush Trunks. He's a nice, like I said, early game threat. 2 red, critical 15k. He's going to be going into the next card we have here. We run Champas in here as well, so he's very nice to have when your opponent's at like 5 life to be able to swing in 25k double strike crit. That's always awesome. But most of the time you'll be either swinging with him or evolving into him with Chain Attack Trunks. Now this is the bread and butter of this deck. This is the card that you're going to be getting down to start really applying pressure to your opponent, because he comes with another card. Play him, you get to play another 15k or less from your hand. But he has an evolve on Trunks GT for 2 red. I don't always use it. Sometimes if you want to be able to play 1 additional threat, you want to evolve into a Trunks, especially if your opponent's only at 2 life and the critical isn't that big of a deal anymore. But he has a permanent. This card can attack battle cards that are in active mode. Like I said, there's a theme with this deck as well. You get to take down your opponent's battle cards as well as dealing damage to their life. So about probably 60-40, I'm attacking battle cards with this card, and the other half of the time I'm just swinging at their life, trying to take their life. But you do have that option with this card, which is great. And he's usually a great option to either get double strike or get that 25k with this card. We are running a playset of Fearless Pan. She's an awesome card to get down with Chain Attack Trunks. It really fuels her cards with her ability when she comes out into the battlefield, and it's just a blocker of barrier. Not a lot of people can get around it, especially if you use a combo to keep her up. She can block multiple times. But when you play her, she's a blocker barrier. She has an auto. When you play this card, choose all of your other red leader cards and red battle cards. They gain 5,000 power and double strike for the duration of the turn. So like I said, just a nice target with chain attack trunks. If you already have threats out, or even one or two other things, chain attack and the other card's going to be getting a boost and double strike. Sometimes, I have a quick rush trunks out already and I get to 4 energy and I just go ahead and play chain attack. I don't evolve, and basically you have a 20k double strike crit and a 25k double strike out on the field. That's turn 3. Yeah, turn 3. You got 2 threats on the board of 25k. That's not bad at all. She just stays behind as a blocker and a barrier, so because you will awaken early with this deck. As long as you're playing the Kaabas and your opponent's not stalling you out, you will awaken turn 2 or 3 in this deck. So having some defense up is recommended. We are also running 4 Machida Powerful as ever. Keeping with the theme, his auto, when this card KOs an opponent's battle card, deal 1 damage to their life. I found that this puts a lot of the Great Ape decks, it puts them in a corner because you have a lot of cards like this going on in the deck. It makes them second guess if they want to block or not. So like I said, it's just a nice flavor that not a lot of people have seen. It throws people off a lot of the time, and just trying to bring something new to the table, so spicing things up with this Machida card here, running 4 of him. Another card that deals with big threats is Terror Assault Frost. He's also a chain attack trunks target. He has double strike, 15k. His auto, when this card attacks a battle card, KO that card after the battle, period. So even if they negate it, even if they just stop it somehow, that card's getting KO'd regardless. So it deals with everything. It's really an awesome card to get out. Then, if your opponent's leader card has 10,000 or less power, inflict 1 damage to your opponent. So if your opponent's not already awakened, if they've been able to keep their defenses up, you drop this, you're like, alright, I'm going to take a battle card and a life. So it's just awesome. It catches a lot of people off, and sweet. Also against a lot of decks with barrier, specifically like Great Apes, just really big targets that are hard to get around. We're running 3 Jiren Fist of Justice. He's double strike. His permanent, this card can attack battle cards that are in active mode, keeping with the theme. His auto, once per turn, when this card attacks a battle card, switch this card to active mode, and this card gains 10,000 power for the duration of the battle. So basically he's a 30k beater at something in active mode. If you're going against Great Apes and they drop their Machida, you're like, okay, let me play Jiren, kill him, unless you want to waste 2 or 3 cards to save him, and then swing double strike. So it's pretty awesome. He's pretty situational. I don't play him out all the time. Usually I like going wide with chain attack trunks, but it's nice to have in certain situations. And this is the card that I like to close games out with. There's nothing else to say with this card in this deck with this leader. It's just great. It's great. We are running 4 Ghost Attack Super Saiyan 3 Ghost Tanks. He has a permanent. If you have 4 or less cards in your hand, this card and all of your ghost tokens gain double strike. And his auto, when you play this card, play 3 ghost tokens. So for 5 energy, you are getting 4 threats on the board. Because every time I play him, I'm making sure I'm at 4 cards. I'm doing what I can before the previous turn or that turn, just to make sure I get down to 4, so I get that effect. Because that's just something that not a lot of people can deal with. And I know after you've been swinging 2 or 3, like 3 turns probably with just multiple threats, and they're probably down to a few cards. Once you play this, their will is destroyed. They just want to scoop most of the time. It's awesome. And like I said, you're tapping out, but by the time you play that, you're usually awakened and you get to turn 3 at the end of your turn for defense. So it's just a great way to close out games. For the combo pieces, we are running 4 Further Instruction Champa. Like I said, most of the stuff we have in here is has double strike, so I don't always use it, but it's nice just to have a 10k, not a card that I'm going to play down, just a nice 10k to combo with sometimes. And every once in a while you might catch your opponent off, swinging with your leader and then dropping a Champa for double strike for game sometimes. But yeah, it's just in case something does have double strike, we can give it double strike. We're also running 4 Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku. Just another 10k. You get to draw one, whenever you combo with this card. So additionally, it's like another super combo. Just a great red staple to have. Just a great staple to have, period, in any deck. So that's what we're just running 4. We are only running 3 of the Boost Attack Piccolo. I don't know if it's just my bad luck, but every time I run a playset of the Boost Attack, being the only blue card, I somehow manage to flip it over my first turn when I'm playing the 2 energy, and it's not a good thing. I want to see, it's not terrible, but I would just rather have that option to play Quick Rush Trunks turn 1 or be able to play 2 of the 1-drops. So that's why I just have them at 3 right now. It's worked out pretty well. We have enough combo cards, we have enough draw cards, so that's usually not an issue. For negates, we're playing 2 Pride and Justice Topo. He has a counter, plays a card, negate the attack, is permanent. If you or your opponent's leader card has 15,000 or more power, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. So that basically is like a 2 negate. You get to play him out. I'm only really like seeing him mid to late game when I'm about to drop like Fearless Pan or something else. This other negate I prefer to run just because it turns your threats into active mode, so it makes your opponent not be able to really deal with them without some sort of board wipe or just something that could kill it. Basically, they can't really attack into it. So we're just running 2 of him, and we were running 3 of the Vados' Assistants. It's a 1-drop, counter negate. Then you may switch up to one of your battle cards to active mode. So like I said, a cool thing I did was I blocked with Fearless Pan, just comboed one of my 10Ks, drew a card to keep it up, and then negated with this Assistance, put it back in active mode. It's cool. It's awesome. There's a lot of synergy with this card in this deck, just to keep your cards alive, just to keep your opponent from being able to deal with them. So yeah, that's why I have 3 of those in here. And as the deck profile, like I said, I call this deck AGGROKU. It's a great mid-range deck. It does pretty well against a lot of the decks that people are playing nowadays with the Mech Retta now in full effect. And I've been really pleased with it. Definitely comment down below what you think of the deck. If you have any tips or anything to possibly make this deck better, put it together. It's really fun to pilot. Like I said, it catches your opponent off guard with all these cards that have never really been played before. So it's really funny just to see the look on people's faces, and most of the time I play the card and they're like, what? Wait a minute, let me read it. What does this do? And they're just like, whoa, okay. And like I said, it just throws them off guard, and it's really fun. So like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with another spicy deck profile hopefully this week, so be on the lookout for that. Check out my other deck profiles and my other card list videos. Without further ado, have a nice day.